James. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And I miss you too, Ernie.
And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here, too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Phoenix Suns. And guys, for the Suns, their relentless preparation, preseason games, everything's led up to tonight.
Así no,
We'll be
así
looking
no.
to make a
Hay que
statement in
guardar
this
para
first
todo el
game.
mundo.
And we talk a lot about what it takes to win. Shaq, if you could choose one guy to lead your team in a big game, who might it be?
You like guys who can play big or small. Guys like LeBron, Durant, Kawhi.
Is something wrong with your mouth?
But if you're talking true bigs, I'm thinking Anthony Davis.
No, hold it.
Maybe
what is
Big
it about
Cat?
What is it about you?
Your
When you name names, your mouth is all wacky.
What are you talking about, bro?
You're going LeBron,
Why?
Durant.
I don't get it.
Try it. Let's see.
Ernie,
Oh.
Kenley.
It's not my.
20,000.
DA will join us tonight on the sideline. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. And it's the Suns to start out. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Duncan out there with Hernan Gomez. That's Tony Allen. Then there's Bird. And it's Johnson in at the one spot. The shot by Anthony, no good. Allen kicks to Bird. Over Terry. That's short off the rim. Wiggins with it. The pass to Terry. 1:25 left in the first quarter of the game. 6 on the shot clock. Wiggins left side. Over Allen. No good that time. And Minnesota now the other way. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight.
Poked loose. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Wiggins passes to O'Neal. He kicks to Terry. 5 to shoot. From downtown. And the miss again.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide.
There's Johnson. And that one, good.
Yeah, watching Johnson exert his will down low now, using his height and quick release quite well inside.
Terry against Johnson. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. So both teams changing it up here. And it's the Suns with the ball. Still without a basket in the game. Just 5 on the clock. Fade away. That one doesn't drop. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves lead by 2. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Exactly. I mean, they've made their presence felt on this end. Excellent job contesting shots so far.
And the regular season officially begins. Most rookies around the league, Clark, will have their eyes wide open. I mean, wow, what an eye-opening experience to play with this speed, this talent. How nervous were you going back to that time in your life? How nervous were you on opening night?
Very nervous, really excited, but there were some butterflies that I had to work really hard at trying to get them to fly in formation because they were all over the place, Kevin. But ultimately, once you get out there and you sweat or you get that first hit or bucket, then it simply becomes basketball. But prior to that, pregame meal, your nap before the game, the butterflies are doing their own thing.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Suns, they've got Derek Williams. Ricky Rubio is out there with Wallace. Then it's Zeller, and it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Minnesota making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Pass to Ham. Timberwolves passing it around. For the 3, Jackson misses. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 2, their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And the basket by Rubio.
High percentage look there, guys. Rubio's best chance to score, and he maxed it out.
We played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. On the wing, Jackson. Ham passes to Collins. Clock at 6. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. O'Neal's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. Timberwolves also changing it up. Austin comes in for Leon Poe. And it's Johnson in for Daniel Gibson. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. A nice shot by Zeller.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Now here's Johnson. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. That'll be Minnesota. Out of bounds, Timberwolves retain possession. Seconds left in the first half of basketball. Duncan with it.
Él tenía 13 jugadores. Soltó los 2 jugadores. Se supone que él tiene que firmar 2. Porque él no puede hacer un espacio vacío.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Terry. Here's Wallace. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Phoenix ahead, leading by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. Kenny, let's start with Suns.
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened. Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
$3 por Curry, 25 y le sobran 3. y como quiera le da negativo, hermano. Lea bien lo que yo le escribí, pues ya yo le detallé ahí todo lo que yo le di, le detallé todo eso, hermano. Le da negativo, ¿verdad? Él tenía ahí 110, él tiene 116, y en ese momento cuando hizo el cambio, nada más podía tener $113.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Johnson. Bird out there with Duncan. That's Tony Allen. And it's Hernan Gomez in at center.
There's the peripheral vision we talk about. Bird finding a wide open teammate.
Pass to O'Neal. Kicks it to Anthony. Oh, good on the three. Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Bird. Duncan outside. Johnson against Terry. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jason Terry.
Well, the court awareness of Magic Johnson coupled with his 6'9" size make him as
Pero para
unique
dejar
a point
libre
guard
de
as
hacerle
we've ever
paso a Tony
seen,
Allen,
who does
porque él firmó dos
everything for
jugadores, él
this team.
firmó a Tony
This
Allen y a
is his
Duncan.
first free
Necesita
throw
dejar
of the
libre
game.
otro. Eso es un menos $1 porque él dejó libre un jugador.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Señor, ustedes están
And some
ahogando
other
un vaso de
contenders,
agua. Él
Clark and the
vendió
West,
dos
are faltering.
y
The
contrató
window now
dos.
seems to be
Ya él no
opening
dejó libre
wider
a
for the
nadie. Si tú vendes dos
Timberwolves
y
as they
contratado,
march
tú
down
no
this
dejas libre a
playoff road.
nadie.
Yeah, they're closing
Eso
in
es lo
on
que
it,
pasa,
Kevin.
hay
The
que estar en
window is a
confusión.
little wider, but you got to walk through it. And right now, they're still second tier.
So he gets them both.
Just solid, really one of
Sí,
the
no le
very
da bien.
best there
Ok,
is
súmale
at the free
ese
throw line.
$1 entonces, no soltó a nadie. Jugó con 12.
there's the pass to
Súmale ese
O'Neal.
$1. Y como
Back to
quiera,
Terry.
siga analizando entonces, a ver. Siga analizando, a ver. Porque yo lo describí todo
And
ahí,
for those
yo
who
sé
are
lo que
turning in, we're
hice.
about a minute into the
No
second
puede
half.
otra explicación,
To the
otra
inside.
vaina, pero esa no.
Stolen
Yo lo
by
que estoy
Bird.
diciendo, yo lo sé, porque eso yo lo
Johnson
analicé
outside.
ya.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points
Ok,
at the
súmale
line.
$1 más.
And I like the
Y
fact
dale
that
para
the
adelante
defense
entonces,
is
como
looking
que...
to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Two shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. So for the Suns, Williams comes in for Pau Gasol. And Tyrone Wallace is subbed in for Anthony. And that's good as he hit both of his shots.
Así que
Well, he's
piensen
got a
bien,
great
porque él firmó dos
stroke
jugadores, él
from
firmó a
the
Tony
line. That's
Allen y a
not
Tim
something we
Duncan.
can say about
A
all
Tim Duncan y
the
Tony
league's
Allen son
big
dos
guys.
jugadores, entonces
Terry gets to
¿cómo diablos
Williams.
caben dos jugadores si
They
él
get a hand
contrató
on
dos
it.
más jugadores para completar su plantilla? Se puede jugar con menos jugadores, Así que
Terry
piensen
against
bien,
Duncan.
porque él firmó
Pass
dos
to
jugadores, él
O'Neal.
firmó a Tony Allen y a Tim Duncan.
Nice ball movement
A
by
Tim
Phoenix.
Duncan y Tony Allen son dos jugadores, entonces
Just
¿cómo
five to
diablos
shoot.
caben dos jugadores
Terry,
si
the
él
pass to
contrató dos más
O'Neal.
jugadores para
And the
completar su
jam by
plantilla?
Jermaine
Se puede
O'Neal.
jugar con menos jugadores, él dejó dos, dejó uno,
Reverse jam
dio
right
dos por
there.
uno,
Use the rim to
firmó uno y
protect the
firmó
ball,
otro.
I think.
Ustedes están entendiendo
Outstanding
mal.
awareness and a
Es
terrific
que se supone
7-second difference. Shot
que si
game
tú
clock.
vendes dos y
Johnson
contratas
gets to
dos,
Allen.
para tú firmar otros dos más, tienes que dejar
to
dos
Johnson.
libres, porque entonces él firmó a Duncan teniendo a Drummond y a Tony
Over
Allen
Terry.
cuando lo firmó entonces.
Johnson can't hit.
Cuando firmó a Tony Allen, es que ustedes son los que están poniendo estúpidos. Yo lo puse bien detallado, se lo
Wallace
puse.
outside. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Great D that time from Duncan.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well.
O sea, es que ustedes lo están
It's
teniendo mal
all
como
tied
quieran.
in Phoenix.
Si yo dejo
And
dos por
after a
uno,
quick break, we're going
yo
to come
tengo
right
que
back with
llenar
the
ese
start of the
espacio
fourth quarter.
y deja libre a Drummond, pero él firmó dos jugadores después.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this fourth quarter. Sure to bring more
firma Tony Allen y como firma Duncan, entonces, si ya tenía la plantilla completa, porque dicen como ustedes lo dicen.
And it's Williams. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Wallace in at the 2 spot. Who's out there for Phoenix. O'Neal passes to Williams.
Pero el 2-por-1 fue
And Deller
que
kicks to
él
Rubio.
dio 2 y recibió 1. No fue que él dio 1 y recibió 2.
With the teardrop, and Bird with the basket on the assist by Johnson. Bird's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Passes it to O'Neal. Over Collins. O'Neal misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Steps back and shoots. Johnson, good. Johnson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, and you know, Johnson gets it done anywhere on the floor, Kevin, as a scorer. I mean, but he's especially potent from the mid-range area.
O'Neal. Collins grabs the miss.
Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
And Magic Johnson 3. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
Fruitful possession. Just they can to extend the lead.
Yeah, that's tremendous efficiency there. I mean, you like seeing them put together these types of plays.
Timeout call, the Suns. They trail by 7. 54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Magic Johnson.
And he's grabbed this game with both hands and just never let it go. I mean, he scored a huge percentage of their points. He hadn't been the main guy for him. He's been the only guy for them.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Igor Kokoskov address the team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wallace kicks to Anthony. Over Bird. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And so they foul intentionally. And the Suns making a change here. Terry's checked in. .34 seconds left in the fourth. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So it gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Bird. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Greg. I mean, they're in a groove right now, up big, hard to envision them losing this lead.
O'Neal kicks to Anthony. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his first foul. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Good on the three-point shot.
And I love seeing Anthony come up with big plays in these moments because his team is depending on him to score, especially when the game is tight.
At the line of Timberwolves, Bobby Jackson. 2 shots.
2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Well, I tell you what, Bobby Jackson gives his team a really nice spark, Kevin. He's a bona fide scorer who can knock it down from anywhere and plays with such energy. It's infectious and contagious.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Wiggins dishes to O'Neal. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. No good. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.